So this is the new Xiaomi YU7 that has just launched in China for now. An international launch might be coming, but not very soon. And this is it from all angles. What we have here is the emerald green color, and trim wise this is the top of the line, which is the Max. There's the YU7, the YU7 Pro, and this one, the YU7 Max, which you can see is written here. It's an SUV that doesn't really have the traditional profile of an SUV. It sits a bit lower and it's a bit wider than you'd expect, even though it doesn't look like it. And that translates into a much nicer driving experience compared to your usual SUV. So you may be wondering whether there's a Frunk. And yes, there is. Not only that, but it's powered. So if you want to open it, there are actually a bunch of ways, but this button is one of them. And there you go. It's actually quite spacious. You can easily fit a small trolley or something like that. A few backpacks even. So very spacious and very easy to open. You can also do it using Xiaomi's Chinese language assistant, but obviously when this car comes to international markets, it will use other voice assistants, and then you just push the button again and it closes. On this YU7 Max trim, the top level, we have 21-inch Michelin tires, and the 21 inches are also available for the Pro version. And we have this very, very yellow Brembo brake calipers. Unlike Tesla, Xiaomi still believes in LiDAR. So you get the LiDAR sensor up top. If you're into phones, you know all about the whole bezel-less craze, where screens have as small bezels as possible, and Xiaomi took that one step further with the car into the mirrors. As you can see, the mirror is practically bezel-less. Okay, so this is the suspension lowering. As you can see, it's all controlled from the inside automatically, and obviously in sport mode it will be on the low setting, and then if you want the most comfortable mode, you can have it be very, very high, or if you're going off-road or something like that. As you can see now, it's going up. And this is the trunk, as you can see, quite spacious. Even the insects like it. You can easily fit 2 very big bags like this. And here's the charging port. It's powered, so you just need to press and it will come out. And then press this and it closes. So seeing this, you might wonder how you get into the car. Well, it's a very interesting system. You actually have to push this inside and then press it, and then the door will open. And when you close the door, it stays like that for a while and then automatically comes back again. In this top of the line YU7 Max version, we have this orange Napa leather. There are a few other colors available as well. This isn't the only one. And then this is a very, very nice felt-like material. And once again, we have leather on the top. It's all very plush. The lining here is not actually felt covered. It's plastic, but it feels pretty nice. Now let's go inside. This is the very, very nice orange Napa leather trim, as you can see. And now we're in. This is the driver's position. Nice little, almost round, but not really entirely round steering wheel. That orange leather motif continues. There's the usual big touchscreen in the middle, of course, as you would expect. And we also get some physical buttons To control the temperature, you just put it up or down. Then this is also for the climate control where the air needs to go. This is your fan speed. You can turn it all the way down or up. Obviously, there's the auto button, the windshield heater, and all of that stuff, which is very good to have physical buttons for. And with this, you can control the volume of playback for music, obviously start, stop it. So there is a huge touch screen, and yes, most of the things are controllable there, but we also have some buttons. Over here, there is a wireless charger that actually has room for 2 phones, and it's vented. Both of them are vented, and both of them go up to 80 watts wireless charging. And the vent is, well, they say hidden. It's not really hidden, but you can only see it from this angle. Now, aside from the normal screen, there's also this wraparound display that actually is 3 separate displays, which is very much in front of you. It's not as much in front as an HUD would be, but it's also obviously way further away than the main touch screen you can see here. So that is a very interesting touch. And all of these 3 parts of it are customizable. One part of the interesting HUD, but not really HUD screen that wraps around the whole front of the car is that you can have a pet there. And currently they have 2 options. This capybara you can see here, currently napping, it seems. And there's also an otter, but undoubtedly they will expand that. And these animals, they do things while you drive, for example, they turn left or right and stuff like that. The front seats are both ventilated and heated, and the rear seats are only heated. And the front seats, both of them, also come with a massage function that basically lets you pick from 6 different modes and gives you 3 different massage intensities. And so every single one of them has a different way of operating. So with this, you can enjoy a very nice nap when you get tired, or when you want to break from work, or whatever else. And this works exactly the same for both seats, not just the passenger seat, but also the driver's seat. And it's controlled very easily from this button. So now if I press this button, it will go back to the normal position. It takes a few seconds. Yep, or press it again and it goes back into nap mode. And you can control the recline of the rear seats using this button. So let's recline the seat a little bit. There it goes. Okay, that's enough. Now let's bring it back. There's actually a pretty significant range here. And it can come all the way. And here's the steering wheel. Shot from the back of the car because it's easier to do that way. Yeah, very interesting shape. Very understated logo in the middle. I'm not even sure if you can see it, but you probably can. And the dials you can see on the left or right are metal, and they are actually very clicky and very nice to use. The selector for the driving mode is right on the steering wheel in the bottom right corner. So you can always very, very quickly change it. And once you do, you have feedback on both screens. As you can see, the one that's further away has a very nice animation too. And all of the drive modes are color-coded, so basically you can tell instantly which drive mode you're in, and then you can just cycle through them by rotating the button. This is an interesting accessory system that uses one screw to basically screw something to the dashboard. In this case, we have a USB-C charger, and it's actually powered. So it's basically just a screw, but it's powered. So you can have a charger like this that will charge your phone or whatever else you want. Or if you look at on this other side, we have a phone holder. And this is also an accessory that Xiaomi will sell separately. And you can just place your phone here and you buy the holder, you basically screw it in. It's a very, very easy process. And then you have this. Or you can have the charger as seen here. This is a button. Yes, it's a button that you can place in. There are a few points around the car, which are basically magnetic holders for buttons like this one. and you'll be able to buy the buttons separately, as many of them as you want. And so then they just attach to random parts in the car. For example, here in the back seat, that attached, and then you can basically customize it to do anything you want. You know, you can press it and then you can start and stop music, hit the next track, whatever you want. So this is one of the places you can put it. Then also here, there's one, and then there's another one, so you could have two different buttons here to control something else entirely. And this right here is a camera that you can use to capture the road. You can also basically have it capture the inside of the car if you want, and you can control that either electronically or by hand. And it's a 4K camera, so the quality of recording is absolutely amazing. And what you can see here is a sunglass holder that magnetically attaches to the roof in the front. So basically you can just take your glasses, take them with you, and then when you're back in the car, all you need to do is this, and it just snaps on. Here on the inside in the front, we have a very interesting innovation, which is a tissue holder that is basically hidden behind the touchscreen. And as you can see, it's color matched to the orange Napa leather, and it attaches magnetically. So you can easily remove it, refill it, and then just put it back there. And basically, when you're looking at the screen, you don't even see it, but of course you know it's there. And over here in the back, there is the now famous tablet holder. Famous because Xiaomi already had this in the SU7, their first car, and now it's here for this one as well. It does fit an iPad, but obviously Xiaomi would rather you use one of their own tablets. So the glove box. You can ask the assistant to open it for you. And you can close it manually.
Open.
It opens and it closes manually. And you can have a passcode. Yeah, you can have a numbered passcode so that
4位的密码啊.
4 numbers. There you go. And then you can only open it if you have the passcode.
Okay.
So here in the back we have another screen, of course. This one controls what you'd expect, like controls the climate controls, and then you have the seat heating controls, and you can see the route, the navigation. You can control the music as well, and then you can customize its brightness and other stuff. What you see here is the emerald green color. There will be 9 colors in total for the outside, and this will be the hero color, so this will be the one that they advertise most often. It's looking incredibly striking, and from our time with it on the roads here in China, it does turn a lot of heads, and that was probably the point. So there it is, in all of its glory, the brand new Xiaomi YU7, and this will launch in China first, of course, but hopefully they will bring it to international markets in a couple of years or so.